I had no idea that I wanted to go to law school. I moved here to work in a research lab. I knew a couple of people that had gone to UGA that were current students at the Charleston School of Law. So I texted them, called them, asked everyone that I knew, what do you like about it? What don't you like about it? Asked them all the questions, To me, it's obvious when someone really loves something. It's easy for them to talk about it, for them to explain it. They want to talk about it for forever. And every person that I talked to had that same attitude across the board. So that made the decision really easy for me. I mean, literally maybe the next day, I registered to take the LSAT, applied, and decided to come here. I really had never experienced anything like this before. I mean, when you come in a class and every professor knows every student's name, that was incredible. And it made it really easy to learn in depth about the subjects that we were learning. And for me, I didn't know anything about the law, so I had a lot of questions. And every professor was amenable to answering every single question I had. That was exceptional to me, and it made learning the law, I think, a lot easier in that regard with the class size being so small. Because learning it out of a book is one thing, and doing well on an exam is one thing, but will that translate to practice? I did an externship with Mercedes-Benz vans, and I absolutely loved it. And then I went straight into an internship with Cobb Hammett Law Firm. That was a really nice contrast to go straight from in-house to working at a firm. So they're totally different environments. What I really learned about working at Cobb Hammett was that I find an interest in almost everything that I'm doing. You can find something to enjoy in everything that you're gonna do under the law. And for me specifically, that was important because I haven't found a subject matter where I'm like, I wanna do this every single day. I don't wanna do anything else. I've liked everything. So I found that no matter what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna like it. And that was enlightening. I worked a little bit at 180 Place, just right down the street. And we would help homeless people try to deal with any of their legal battles, anything they were dealing with, and trying to find a home. It might be as simple as finding someone their birth certificate or their social security card, but that can withhold someone from getting a house, getting a lease, whatever they need, and that's someone's livelihood. So that taught me that, you can take small strides to really make a difference in someone's life. When anyone from the community would come into 180 Place to our clinic, you could tell they were troubled. They bring it all in, and you felt their stress. And I mean, we're talking about their house, their home, where they're living, so it was always something that needed to be solved. I didn't really go through undergrad wanting to go to law school. So maybe I didn't look at the characteristics of a law school that everybody else would look at, like ranking and percentages on bar passage rate. I didn't even know what any of that was. What I looked at is the environment. Do the people going there like it? Do they feel like they got a good education when they finished? And every single person I talked to talks about Charleston School of Law like it was the best years of their lives. Like every professor was there to help them be better, to help them become an attorney, and hopefully a great attorney. Anybody can study for a test, anybody can learn XYZ, take a test, and pass. That wasn't really what I was focused on. I was really focused on more of just the environment and what the actual students had to say about the school. My biggest advocate in my family for law school is my grandmother. She is Lebanese. Growing up, it was a different time, so she wasn't really afforded the opportunity to go to any sort of school. And she always wanted to be a lawyer, always wanted to be an attorney. So from day one, she's always said, learn to play the saxophone and go to law school. I'm not sure why those two and why those two together, but that's what her dream was. So, and every time I see her, she always says, I'm living through you, I'm living through you. Tell me about it, what's it like? Can I read one of your books, So that for me is really special.